First of all, the first correction we must make is don't try and preach, but teach religion. Always number one. Always teach. Why? When you preach, you are imposing your ideas on it. It won't work. Nowadays, it won't work. In the earlier days, it worked. It won't work now.
There's one like you there.
Okay. Second part. You see, this is a very important question. Majority of Hindu youngsters run away from their religion because they have not been told to make the distinction between what are legendary stories and what are literal stories. They have not been told there's a big difference. So they've been brought up on just on legendary stories, the kathas, lovely kathas, but they just know the kathas as Hinduism, and the philosophy has never been presented to them. That these are legendary stories presented to make sure that subtle ideas of Hinduism enter society, which are accessible and digestible for society. So these colorful stories are not bad. There's like ancient mythology, just as we have modern mythology with Star Wars and all that. In the same way, we have ancient mythology, and there were these colorful ideas of animal heads and all that appear in the colorful narrative of Hinduism. It is not literally true. At one of the meetings where the British Humanist Association chairman came and said, "Jay, what kind of religion have you got?" My nephew came running saying, "My father is going to chop off my head." I said, "Where do you get that from?" He said, "I saw the story of Ganesh. Shiva chopped his head off." I said, "Look, my friend, make the distinction." And do you know who are to blame? The kathakars, the storytellers. They should put a health warning depending on the age of the child. If it's a 5-year-old child, say, "Yeah, it's a lovely katha of Ganesh" and all that. But once they are 15 or 11 or 12, tell them, "Look, legendary philosophy is different." Go from the narrative to the philosophy of Hinduism, then you are safe. Hinduism is the most philosophic religious system the world has ever seen. It's very, very magnanimous, very vast, and very kind of reconciled, very rational. And yet we kind of wallow in this storytelling, and we can't get out of storytelling. Even now there are some serials coming on opera where they are showing the story of Ram and Sita like a soap opera. So they quarrel with each other, and then they make up with each other, and they must do some lovey-dovey dancing, and this is getting completely out of hand. This legendary idea of wallowing in legendary stories is tiresome. It is seriously harming, if you like, the integrity of Hinduism. So I'm saying, when you are 4-year-old, suck your thumb in lovely stories. When you grow up, these are storytelling, legendary stories. Grow up and move into the philosophy, then Hinduism is safe.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.